Looping is a big part of Forsaken's gameplay. When you have your abilities off cooldown or the only thing that could possibly help you is the milestone 4 guest emoting in the corner, there is only one thing you can use to hopefully survive until the clock strikes 0. Looping. It's an essential part of the gameplay loop, and for the most part, it is fair. At least, it should be. But, unfortunately, Forsaken is a really survivor-sided game, which reigns true for most maps as well. So many maps in this game have great chase starters, check spots, and obstacles that overall hinder the vision of the killer that can lead to players unaware of counters being absolutely destroyed. And nowhere is that more present than the map that we are looking at today, Hide and Seek. At first, it seems innocent, just a nice little map based on a play place, one that Bite by Night stole, SMH. But after looking at it in a bit more detail, you can see how many overpowered spots the survivors have against the killers. Let's start with the red tunnel. Lord have mercy on any killer being looped around this area. It is insane that the devs thought it would be a good idea to have an area of the map that the survivors can sprint but not the killers. And they did it twice! But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The spot is probably the worst offender due to the fact that there is a corner which makes it impossible to see if the survivor has already left, and in either case they have to slowly crawl their way forward while the survivor moves at full speed. Then there's the spot that I alluded to earlier, the third floor, which again is just an extremely overpowered spot. Since the killer is always highlighted, you can tell where they are about to enter, which is also so forgiving because the killer has an entering animation, but for some reason survivors don't. There are two exits from there, and an entrance, but you probably won't be able to sneak past. One leading outside and one leading back inside. Honestly, if it was just the outside one, then it wouldn't be as bad because it's an open area that the killer can clearly see you from, and also you have to loop around the sides to go back inside. But unfortunately, there is an inside exit. That puts you right next to the red tunnel? Why? Genuinely, who thought this was a good idea? If you're the killer, you might as well just reset. It is not worth the pain and agony. But wait, there's more, and if you've had the displeasure of playing on this map, which most people probably have, as a killer, then you know about the infamous stair spot. Now, at a glance, it seems fine. Wait, no it doesn't! There's a massive check spot from the green barriers, and you should probably be trapped when you're here, right? Wrong, idiot! Because there's one and only survivor door in the history of Forsaken. That's right, there's an area that only the survivors can pass through, but not the killer. And the worst part is, there aren't even any killer doors on this map, which makes this one of only two, I think, maps in Forsaken to not have any killer doors, and one of the only one map to have a survivor door next to an overpowered loop! You know, what is the worst part of all this is, though? The fact that they knew this map was overpowered. Now, you may be wondering, how is that possible when you see things that this travesty of map has to offer? But if you go into free cam, you can see it. Yes, you are seeing this correctly. An entire modeled ventilation system. Who thought it was a good idea to add whack-a-mole to this map? I just don't understand. Now, granted, we do not know how this would work competitively, but genuinely, it just looks like another horrible part to this map. There are so many dead ends and then just 4 unbelievably overpowered loop spots, and the whack-a-mole part which just seemed like a guaranteed get-out-of-chase free card, which sucks. Now, due to how atrocious this map is, I really wanted to know what the developers were thinking. Luckily, I know John Forsaken himself, so I can talk to anybody, like in the world in general. I could talk to like Bill Gates if I wanted to, but I don't. I want to talk about this guy. So I was able to set up an interview, and this is what happened. Enjoy. Hello. Thank you for coming to my podcast. I was thankfully able to get in contact with the developer of this map, April. April, say hello.
Hello, thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, actually. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm glad we're going to be able to talk about some issues I have. But first off, I'd like to know, what was your balancing? Like, when it came to balancing, what did you do to try to make it fair for both sides?
Well, really, it was basically like, I had to think in like both perspective of both players between size, capacity, like level of like of it
Like, how many survivors they would be?
um yeah levels. I mean, as far as level of experience for the player,
Yeah.
and different ranks too as well. But it's more of like an inspiration for me from like Van Gogh.
Okay, I see.
Because he had a because he had the I think he made the screen painting, and that told me that just speak to me with no escape.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we retake this? This is horrible.
So, I have a question for you. April, why must you make a fool of me?
Oh yes, of course.
Why must you make a fool of me, April? You know about the balancing issues. Did you not play test the stairs? It is insane. It's actually impossible, if I'm not mistaken, to win as a killer if the survivor knows about the stair area. Do you know about the stair area?
But what's the area?
The
I don't
stair
understand.
area. Was this map play tested at all, April?
Yeah. It was.
Hey, get back here! I'm not even done talking about the red thing yet. Get back here! Get back here, April! You can't escape! You can't. Oh, he just. Died. Oh my. I did not. No crime if there's no guilty person.
Sorry,
Failure!
what I
Failure!
did.
Failure!
I just
You're
wanted to
useless!
play a
Pathetic!
game.
No
I
one
just want to
loves you!
make friends and
You're
happy.
useless!
I
You're
just want
useless!
to.
In conclusion, this map is horrible and needs to be deleted, but I can see why the dev wouldn't want that to happen looking at the clear amount of effort that was put into the design. So now, it is time for the balancing portion of the video. First off, get rid of the survivor door. It makes it genuinely impossible for the killer to catch up, and it is a major oversight. Next up, there needs to be changes to the third floor. Removing it would be fine, but it could still work. Just make the entrance closer to the exit so the killer can see the survivor and catch up easier. Also, it goes without saying, but remove the exit that leads to the red tunnel. Next up, make the red tunnel 2 blocks high so the killer can't get infinitely looped by it. Yes, we are also removing the third floor loop starting from the red tunnel, but that doesn't mean the loop should still be infinite. I would say these are the most pressing issues of the map. It's not perfect, but after the changes, it should be playable. So, yeah, Irish exit. Goodbye.